Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Twilight Breaking Dawn part 1. So I'm really hoping that this can break the kind of part 1 curse, because it does feel like for a lot of these series, especially based on like teen novels, whenever there's a part 1 movie, it doesn't really stand on its own 2 feet. It's reliant on the part 2 coming. So I'm hoping that this can stand on its own and doesn't feel like a kind of cut-off story as a movie. I'm wondering if the love triangle is still going to be here now, because obviously Bella has accepted the wedding. Are we actually going to start this movie off at the wedding? Or I feel like the wedding could end part 2 and that'd be like the end of the series. That'd be a good note to end it on. I feel like they could go either way, but I'm wondering if the love triangle is still going to be a thing now, or if she has chosen Edward, it seems. And of course, things need to ramp up. This is part 1 of the finale, so where is the conflict coming from? I'm guessing it's from the Volturi, but we never really got any of that set up for this one. I was thinking maybe something potentially along the lines of maybe Emma or one of the Cullens does something reckless because the Volturi had killed that girl that they were trying to protect. Like, you know, maybe someone lashes out in retaliation and that sets up the war, because there needs to be some setup for like this big war that's coming essentially. And of course, will the Quill-Utes team up with the Cullens to fight the Volturi, or is it just the Cullens versus the Volturi? You know, what's the deal here? So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon. Over there you can find 1 week early access, so you can get Breaking Dawn part 2 right now. You can also find polls, so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this, so you can just watch along with me. I'm watching the Netflix version. So yeah, let's just jump right in.
Childhood is the kingdom where nobody dies.
Oh, is that him guessing the wedding invite? He's off moody. Will he actually attend the wedding then, if that's the case? Oh, and Charlie's finding out. He must have known before guessing the invite, right? But he's still against it.
Phil! It's happening.
Are we actually going to get to see Phil?
You just have to break them in.
Oh, of course, because she's no good at the girlier things, is she?
Can I just go barefoot?
No, absolutely not.
Just thinking it's a little much, you know?
I always love Alice's shorter hair.
Tomorrow will be perfect.
Where do you want them, boss?
On either side of the aisle.
Yeah, tomorrow will be perfect. She knows that it's going to be perfect. She's the best planner, isn't she? She knows what everyone will like. She can see into the future. Is he having second doubts, or is he just nervous, or
Go home and get lots of beauty sleep. That's an order.
might be her last sleep as well, I guess. Isn't it bad luck to see your wife like the night before your wedding? I know it's bad luck to see it in the dress before. Maybe I'm getting those mixed up.
I haven't told you everything about myself.
What, you're not a virgin?
Got some secret? I guess get it all out in the open before you get married.
I rebelled against him. I resented him for curbing my appetite.
Oh, he like went on a hunt.
I wanted to know how it felt to hunt, to taste human blood.
And yeah, he's got the red eyes. Oh, he's attacking that guy. We did see it focus on that guy for a second.
All the men I killed were monsters.
Oh, okay, yeah. That justifies it a little bit. He was only attacking bad people. He was trying to be a bit more moral about it, I guess.
I looked into their eyes as they died, and I saw who I was and what I was capable of.
Is part of this why he views himself as having no soul? I don't know if that no soul thing is just like something he thinks he doesn't have a soul, or if it is an actual thing that you don't have a soul if you're a vampire.
I'm late for my bachelor party.
Send him out, Bella. We're coming in after him.
Having a bachelor party the night before your wedding, that's not a good idea. Can the vampires even get drunk? I don't even know that. It's fun seeing them as friends, because we know they've lived together for like hundreds of years, but we never really get to see their like brotherly banter, I guess. Of course, they'd be best friends if you live together for that long, you know? Oh. Oh, okay. She's having a nightmare the night before, though. It's not good. You having doubts? It's like Edward has killed all of these people. Has what he said changed how she perceives him? Or she's worried?
Are those graduation caps?
How creative!
He's not putting it together, is he? Or he just thinks it's weird. Why would you have other people's graduation caps?
So beautiful! Honey. Crap, my mascara.
She's always prepared. Oh yeah, looks how green it is. That's gorgeous, yeah.
You've got to be related.
What a gene pool.
The drool.
She's jealous a bit.
Jess, she is not pregnant.
Okay. Who else gets married at 18?
That's the exact thing that Bella thought, that she was worried about people think she was pregnant. I guess especially if they know that they're waiting till marriage. Sometimes people would think, oh, they're getting married because she's pregnant or something, so it would line up, you know, instead of people knowing that they had premarital sex.
Just don't let me fall with that.
Never.
Oh yeah, because she's so clumsy. Jacob's not gonna come in here and say, I object, is he? Because I haven't seen him here at the actual wedding. That'd really just add to the drama. It does look like quite a sunny day. Hopefully it's not too bad and Edward gets exposed. Because it's like the real direct sunlight, isn't it? But if you look in the background, it looks like there is some. You could put like highlights in his hair. Yeah, look, there's some direct sunlight hitting her. Or if they planned it out enough that he's always kind of in the shade. Cutting out all of the rest of the people, just focusing on those two. Is it just to focus on just them? It's just an artistic choice. It's not the other people suddenly disappeared somehow. I can't tell. I can't read Charlie. Is he crying with happiness, or is he still worried? Or is it's probably just like a big mix of emotions.
Hope you'll be happy, Bella.
Thank you, Billy.
So Billy's here, but Jacob isn't.
And these are our cousins from Alaska. Tanya, Kate.
We've heard so much about you.
Welcome to the family.
Oh, from Alaska, because were they planning on moving up to Alaska or something? Oh. Okay. Bit of tension because there's werewolves here.
He's our friend.
They killed Laurent.
He tried to kill Bella.
Yeah, yeah. So they knew who Laurent is? They're friends with Laurent?
Hope you've got enough sleep these last 18 years, because you won't be getting any more for a while.
Bit of a double entendre. Charlie's not gonna like that.
And I know how to use a gun.
Skirts, heels, handbags. Go to sleep.
Yeah, a bit cringy, all of these speeches.
With Bella, I feel like I can finally begin.
That was a good speech compared to all the rest as well.
What's a wedding present doing out here?
The best man didn't have time to get a tux.
Oh, so he did actually come. And Edward planned this a bit, okay. Are the Alaskans going to be worried, like, now a second werewolf is here as well?
It's in northern Canada. It's weird to be back on two legs again. And clothes.
Oh, okay, so he went off for quite a while then. Like, from getting the invite to now.
This is how I'm gonna remember you. Pink cheeks.
Yeah, is he not going to see her anymore once she turns?
Didn't really want to spend my honeymoon writhing in pain.
Oh, okay, so it's going to be after the honeymoon.
It's not like you're gonna have a real honeymoon with him anyway.
How is it not a real honeymoon?
Calm down,
Are you out of your mind? Huh? You'll kill her!
Walk away, Jake.
Yeah, will he be able to control himself on the honeymoon night?
She'll die.
It's not our concern anymore.
So he's worried they'll get it on and he can't control himself and he ends up killing her before he can turn her.
I'm really, really, really stupid.
It's alright.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't have revealed that. Of course, they had to have the wedding at the Collins house. If you had a house that gorgeous, why wouldn't you?
I love you, Dad. Forever.
Yeah, because at some point she's going to have to stop visiting him because he'll notice that she's an aging. I like that they spent quite a lot of time on this at the start, but it might feel a bit bittersweet. If the action starts to ramp up eventually, this might be the last happy moment for a while. Is that Jacob then? Or just the wolves in general howling? Oh, back to Rio again. Okay. We saw Edward was in Rio before, right? Does Rio have some significance? Or, you know, is it a safe place for vampires? That's why he always goes to? Because it feels like a bad choice because of it's such a sunny country, Brazil.
It was a gift from Carlisle.
They've got their own little island, so they don't have to worry about the sun being exposed. Yeah, Carlisle must just be loaded, you know, living throughout all of these generations. It's easy to build up the money.
Okay.
Preparing herself. I'm surprised how much is focused on this aspect of it, losing her virginity. Oh, Alice packed for her.
If I had only felt the warmth within your touch.
Is this Sleeping at Last? Singing this? It sounds like him. Yeah, completely destroyed the bed. So he could actually control himself.
Only the sweetest words remain.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like Sleeping at Last.
How badly are you hurt?
He still thinks that he hurt her.
No, Bella, look.
She's got bruises, but she seems to not even notice.
Bella, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Bruises happen. It's not it's not exclusively a vampire thing, is it? He thinks he messed it up, but she obviously.
Fine.
Don't say you're fine.
Yeah, she's completely fine, and he thinks he's messed it up.
Let me make you breakfast.
He already messed it up, but he obviously didn't. Does that ruin the mood for the rest of the honeymoon, though? She's so awkward. Yeah, she just hates all of the girliness, doesn't she? And they've got this whole island to themselves to explore. They don't have to worry about anyone else here. He can just sparkle all he wants. Oh. Oh, she's having... Okay.
You having a nightmare?
No.
It's a good dream, but it's what she wants and it's not actually what she's experiencing.
Oh, I can't.
Please.
He didn't even hurt her that bad. It's just got to his head, hasn't it?
Maybe they'll say she was in a car crash. Or tripped and fell off a cliff.
Okay, that's what Jacob's seeing. I thought it was maybe Edward having that nightmare.
At least I'll get one thing out of it.
He'll get to kill Edward.
Well, he's either gonna kill her or change her. And the treaty says...
I say.
Yeah, so Jacob's still... There's still conflict here.
You know, if you wanted things different, you should have become Alpha.
Yeah, because he's not alpha, Sam can control him a bit.
You really think you can kill Belle if she comes back a vampire?
No?
Yeah, there's no way he'd have the guts to do it.
Being any kind of happy is better than being miserable about someone you can't have.
Yeah, he just needs to move on. Oh, there are other people on the island.
There are housekeepers, Gustavo and Kaori.
Just housekeepers. She seems to give him a weird look. She knows something's up.
She's native to Kuna. They have legends about blood-drinking demons.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's spread in different cultures. They will have myths about the vampires. And of course, yeah, he can't sleep. What does he actually do at night? Just watch her still. These could be some of her last meals. Yeah, she's looking at meat differently now.
It must have been the chicken. You grabbed my bag.
Was it the chicken or was it the idea of chicken?
How many days has it been since the wedding?
14, why?
She's not pregnant, is she?
I'm late.
Ah, she's pregnant with a half vampire as well. Like, how does that work?
Whoa.
After just 2 weeks, you wouldn't feel it. That wasn't a kick, was it? Or was it just like a cramp, a contraction?
Bella? Are you alright?
And Alice saw this?
I know that it's impossible, but I think that I'm pregnant.
Is it like an accelerated pregnancy? But like a vampire baby, what if the baby tries to like eat through her because she's human?
People have legends. She might have seen this before. Por favor. Me diga como ajudá-la.
Você só pode fazer mal.
So he knows Portuguese. If you had all the time in the world, you'll learn as many languages as possible.
Morte.
Death. Yeah, it's like she's gonna die in childbirth because of it, because it's a vampire. But I kind of know that she doesn't because I've heard about the CGI baby. Everyone knows about the CGI baby that looks really ugly or something, right?
Carla will get that thing out.
Yeah, I've got a doctor in the family. Does he mean that like in an abortion way or in a birth way? Carlisle will get that thing out. Yeah, see, Edward doesn't view it as a human. Well, it's not a human, it's a vampire, but his view on it is different.
Rosalie, I need your help.
Why Rosalie specifically?
So you finally heard from Bella?
They're extending their trip.
Ah, okay.
Is it true?
Hello, Jacob. How are you?
Listen, just give it to me straight.
Jake, is that you?
Oh,
She's here?
she's here. She hasn't already had the baby, has she? Look how Rosalie's standing in front of her. She's kind of blocking us from view. Okay.
So you gonna tell me what's wrong with you?
Rose, you want to help me out?
Oh, look how big it is. That's after like, what, 4 weeks? Another week the baby will be here probably, right?
What is it?
I'm not sure. Ultrasounds and needles won't penetrate the embryonic sac.
Oh, so it's extra strong.
And I can't see Bella's future anymore.
Okay. Does the baby have the power to block just like Bella does?
Fetus isn't good for Bella. Say the word, Alice. Baby.
I really wasn't expecting this to get into an abortion debate, you know? It's probably too big to abort at this point, right? Look how big her belly is. It must be quite well formed.
She thinks Carlisle can turn her at the last minute.
Oh, turn her so she's more sturdy for the birth. Why can't they just turn her now?
Look, Jacob, I need you to do something for me.
Is he gonna ask him to kill him?
Maybe you could talk to her. Change her mind. If she dies, you get what you always wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
I can feel him. So it's a bouncing baby boy.
She knows it's a boy?
It's just a guess.
Okay, so she's only guessing it's a boy.
Just don't do this. Live, okay?
Look how frail she is already, though. You know, a baby, it lives off the nutrients given by the mother. So, because it's such an accelerated growth, that's probably why she's looks so frail and like malnourished at the moment. She just needs to be eaten, just, you know, for her and the baby.
Jacob, don't go.
He's not going to do something rash here, is he? Oh! Those were just regular people as well, weren't they? He's potentially exposing everyone. This score is really good as well.
An abomination on our land.
Ah, okay. So they're all against it as well.
What they've bred won't be able to control this thirst. Every human will be in danger.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
We must destroy it before it's born. You mean kill Bella?
That means killing Bella, and then Jacob...
Die anyway!
Yeah, Jacob won't let them kill Bella. Sam's the alpha, you have to obey the alpha.
I am the grandson of a chief.
Is he becoming the alpha here now? Or is he just going lone? So he might actually go warn the Cullens and protect Bella. That was a really great scene, the tension there. My heart's pumping.
Won't stand behind him. Oh, yes, you will.
So Seth is helping too. We saw he was the only one at the wedding, so... The thing is, I already know there's the CGI baby, but I don't know if Bella actually survives giving birth here.
Coming for Bella.
Yeah, Edward can just read his mind. See, I was thinking, well, I know what side I'm on because I know Bella survives, but I don't actually know if Bella survives.
I'm not gonna let my little brother get himself killed.
So Liz joining as well.
Sam doesn't even know I left.
Are they here already? They've moved it up. They said they were going to do it tonight, but they know Jake's going to warn them.
He's got the place surrounded and he'll wait for his opportunity.
But none of them have to sleep, so it's fine.
No one's hunted for weeks.
We'll make do.
Oh, they're all weakened.
I stopped hearing them too, the second I decided to leave.
So did they lose their, like, hive mind thing?
Being unwanted isn't exactly a new thing for me.
Yeah, is she into Jacob, but Jacob's just so blinded by his love for Bella?
You don't know how many times I wished I could imprint on someone. Anyone.
Is it only the men that can imprint? Yeah, so like Jacob could have imprinted on her and they both could have just lived happily. It would have broken the connection for her and he would have forgot about Bella. She hates them that much, she won't even accept the food. Are they actually any good at cooking? Obviously they have like no need to, so they have no practice.
Won't allow you to get the nutrition you need. It's starving you by the hour. I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
At this rate, your heart will give out before you can deliver.
So they need to convert her.
I can't live without you.
You won't. You're gonna have a part of me.
Yeah, if the baby survives, he can have a part of her in the baby.
If it killed you.
But he's just gonna hate the baby, yeah. Yeah, look how weak she is. Seeing her bones sticking through. They've done a good job of selling that. Must have been CGI, some of it perhaps, or a body standing.
We need to find a way to get some food into her system.
Can they like liquid feed her? Does the baby want human blood though?
That is probably just looking for someone to sink its teeth into.
And it's choosing Bella because it's in the body. Is Bella gonna have to like drink some human blood or something?
I have some O negative laid aside for Bella.
Walk with me?
Oh yeah, and Jasper's triggered by there being blood. So he just keeps some blood in the house. Then you must have to have some real restraint for that.
You're gonna make her drink that?
It's the fastest way to test the theory.
It's you know, it's like medical blood. It's been donated. It's not like they've killed anyone for it.
Tastes good.
Is that a good thing though, that she enjoys the taste? Because she's enjoying the taste as a human still.
I'm going to a medical center in Switzerland.
What?
No.
Oh yeah, just more excuses.
What?
I thought I just heard. Just say something else.
He's hearing the thoughts of the baby.
He likes the sound of your voice.
You can hear him?
Mine.
Imagine that as a parent, being able to hear your child's thoughts like that.
Me, but he's not. He's like you. Good. Pure.
He was worried he was... Okay, yeah. He's worried that the baby was like him because he doesn't see himself as good. He's finally happy with the baby. It was really sweet.
I want Sam to take back Leah and Seth.
What?
Oh, okay. He's only negotiating for them.
Tell Sam that when the moment comes, I'll be the one to destroy it.
Oh, but is he actually though? So he's gonna be there when it's born and then he's gonna kill it. But is he just lying to them here? I'm really loving the score. You know, these tenser scenes.
You played us!
So he was just distracting them that whole time.
Rose is trying to talk Bella out of her baby names.
Oh, baby names. She's not gonna name it Jacob, is she, if it's a boy?
If it's a boy, EJ.
Edward Jacob.
Renee and Esme. And I was thinking, Renesmee.
Renesmee. Don't know. Why not just like Renee as a middle name or something? Renee Esme Swan or Renee Esme Cullen or the other way around, you know. Ren is like a cute nickname for it. Oh, look at her back. Oh. Fragile her knees are. Yeah, it's happening right now. And Carlisle's not here to help.
There's no time, he's dying. Get him out now!
Oh, you can see the belly moving.
Rosalie, don't!
Yeah, it's just so much going on. Rosalie was about to taste the blood.
He's suffocating!
Oh, the sound effects too? Is that the baby out? But she needs to start turning. I'm surprised how violent this is, like, in terms of just seeing all of this blood. Oh, it was a girl. Okay, that baby doesn't look CGI yet. It looks way too big to be, you know, newborn though. Eyes already open, you can see. I guess it is like, you know, it's accelerated the growth, isn't it? So it's already opened his eyes.
Bella.
Yeah. Edward needs to convert her now. She looks really dead as well.
What's my venom?
Oh, so he's not actually gonna bite. He just has the venom. Might be like a purified venom as well. She just does look so dead though, doesn't she?
It's supposed to be working.
Nah, there's no way she's gonna die. They're just giving us a fake out. Come on.
I won't kill you.
Oh, he's not gonna do it now. Too easy of a punishment. They're really letting us think she's dead. But now Renesmee can be a bit of a problem. She's a baby, she can't control herself wanting to eat, can't control her hunger.
You're not dead.
He's just gonna keep going with the CPR. But he can't put his full strength into it either, can he?
Please.
Oh, he went for an actual proper bite as well. All over, just multiple bites. Even more venom then. Oh, it looks like a glimmer in her eye. Oh, we're seeing the venom spread. It's a painful process though, isn't it? Like, how accelerated is the growth of the baby? It's like a month and a bit since she got pregnant and it's already born, so it's like 9 times accelerated. So in a year, will it look like a 9-year-old? He's gonna kill it, isn't he? Or he's gonna try to. There's the CGI on his face.
Gravity. Your whole center shifts.
Is he seeing her in the future? So he's not gonna kill her?
A brother. A protector.
Is he imprinting on her? But it looked like it was her imprinting on him almost, the way she looked at him. Imprinting on a baby though?
Alice! Jasper!
He said we're gonna go have to fight, then Bella will come in and help in the fight perhaps?
I won't let them hurt my family.
Yeah, Edward's gonna protect her no matter what. Alice theoretically should be the best fighter, right? If she could just see everyone's moves. But I guess if it's decision based, her future's always changed based on people's decisions. So she can't predict people's decisions and moves. So she wouldn't be able to predict that in a fight, maybe. Yeah, it feels like something's gonna go wrong here. We're gonna lose someone.
If you kill her, you kill me!
That was a cool mid-air transformation. Is he gonna make him stand down?
They can't hurt her.
Oh.
Prints are. Can't be harmed.
So they can't, no break. Okay. Jacob didn't do that on purpose to do this so she would be protected, did he? It seemed like an accident that he imprinted. Does imprinting need to be like inherently romantic though? Because it's just about like protection, right?
Listen to her heart.
We saw the venom coursing through her body though, so we know that she's okay, right? Yeah, can the imprinting be like, you know, it's just your soulmates, but it could be platonic, you can just be friends, him be a protector of her, and she's healing. And there's a heartbeat. Or would there not be a heartbeat if she's a vampire now? And like her bones refusing. Yeah, look at that, her posture changed. But she's gonna need some blood with like how malnourished she is. Oh, look at that, yeah, her lips and her skin, they look much more human. And it's just gotten even whiter because she's going vampire. This song is really great. Oh, she see herself as a baby as well. That's a really great montage. Usually like flashbacks, they're always really effective for me. There we go, and she's got the red eyes. And it's just gonna end it there. Okay, so that was Breaking Dawn Part 1. That worked really well as a Part 1. I think if you didn't tell me it was a Part 1, it could have just stood alone on its own. I really liked it. Spent a lot of time at the start just focusing on the relationship. It was like a good hour. We just had the wedding and we had the honeymoon, just kind of the interpersonal drama of that. It was really good, really fun. And then towards the end, we get the whole baby thing. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting it to go that route, for it to be a kind of abortion debate. Like, okay. And then we see the baby is actually born. I think because I knew that the baby was born, and you kind of know that Bella's gonna survive, you can kind of choose what team you're on a bit better than in like a real life situation like that, I guess. I'm just really glad that this can stand alone as its own movie. It didn't feel like it was just the first act of a grander story, and it didn't feel like at the end it kind of just blue-balled us and left on a cliffhanger with like a war about to start or something like that. I think this worked really well, and it was a much kind of smaller scale story. You know, there's nothing of the Volturi here. It was mainly just focused on the Cullens and the Quileutes, but it worked really well. And I think the tension and the conflict here worked quite naturally as well. Like, you can understand both sides. You know, the Quileutes, they don't want this baby born if the baby cannot be controlled, and we still don't know if the baby can be controlled because it's a newborn. Renesmee, she could just be craving human blood, and we've seen she has this like accelerated growth, so there is the possibility that she just goes on a killing spree. So that's something they're still going to have to work around. And then I'm wondering where this sets us up for the next movie. Potentially the Volturi have some issue with this halfling baby. That could be what it is, because it does feel like they must have a bigger point in the grander scheme of things, right? So I am expecting them to return in the next movie, and that's kind of a way in for them. I think, you know, they could see this halfling and they think, what is this abomination you brought into this world? It's not like a purebred vampire or something along those lines. They won't see it as a full vampire potentially, even though it does seem like it has a lot of the vampire traits. It's craving blood, and it's probably very strong, and it's got this accelerated growth. So Renesmee, she must just like age up until a certain point and then stop aging, because usually with vampires you stop aging as soon as you're bitten, right? So what's going to happen with Renesmee? She's not going to, she's obviously not going to stay this little newborn for her whole life, is she? Because we've seen in what Jacob saw when he imprinted on her, we saw that he saw her into the future. And then the whole him imprinting on her, I don't know if werewolves have an extended life. Is Jacob still going to look the same when she is that age? Or is he going to be looking like a 50-year-old man and she looks like an 18-year-old? But of course she has the accelerated growth, so she is going to reach that point quicker potentially. But it is still weird, especially imprinting on a baby, if the way that works is inherently romantic. That's my question about it. Can you imprint and be life partners but be platonic life partners in that way? But we saw they were holding hands, so maybe it is romantic. And I am surprised here how long they left it as Bella being dead, how long they let us think that. I feel like if you didn't know it was a part 1, maybe that would have worked better, but because we know it's a part 1, we know the story's continuing. If you'd thought this was the end of the series entirely, that would probably be much higher stakes, because you think if the main character's going to die, they're going to die in the last movie, aren't they? Probably not the one before the last, not the penultimate one, would they? So maybe that tension would have been better placed if we didn't know that there was a part 2. And of course, if you're reading the book, maybe it would be better if you're reading the book, her dying halfway through the book. That could be, you could see that as a possibility. And then one thing here, I did really enjoy a lot of the music as well. I said a few times during it, especially there's this one that's kind of grander, is kind of building the tension for the action upcoming. That worked really well. And then there's that main piano tune. I think she played that in the first movie on the piano at one point, and they brought it back where she was having that flashback through her life. Usually flashbacks, they're quite emotional for me. Flashbacks are super effective on me. If you've seen my Train to Busan video when there's that flashback there. But I think because I kind of knew she was gonna survive, I was okay through it. And I feel some of the montage there, it was a good montage, but some of the montage did feel a little bit dated just in how they did it. But I think in another context, if I was watching this back in the day when it was released, maybe it would have got to me, I don't know. And I am looking forward to the next one to see Bella's reaction to everything. Bella, obviously, she's just woken up again, but she hasn't met her baby yet. And she doesn't know about the imprinting, or she must have known that there was some fighting happening outside, or she knew that fighting was going to happen with the Quileutes and the Cullens. It seemed like everyone was okay, there were no casualties in that. I am always worried when it comes to the finale, we're going to start losing some characters potentially. It feels like everyone's okay for the moment. No one's died in this first film, but in the next one potentially we could lose some side characters. I'm really worried for Alice actually, just because of her power is just so strong. It feels like that would be, if you were fighting the Cullens, taking her out would be your priority, and she's one of my favorite characters. And then Jasper as well, because we've seen he is the strongest fighter. He is the most experienced fighting the newborns. In the last film he was training everyone, so he's probably, I feel like he is the strongest out of the Cullens, right? Maybe Emma as well actually. I feel like Emma is more of the raw strength, and then maybe Jasper, he knows a bit of the techniques a bit better. I liked as well on the honeymoon in Rio, there was this assistant that they had, this cleaner I think she was, and Edward was saying how in their culture they also had what were considered vampires. It's fun, a little bit of world building, seeing how a lot of cultures they have kind of this blood sucking mythology, some creature that drinks people's blood. It's probably built out of this shared fear we have, or there could have been an animal at the time, you see bite marks and someone's bled out and you think someone's drank their blood or something. So it's fun exploring how these mythologies have come into existence and seeing how they are in different cultures as well. That was fun, the little bit of world building there in Rio. And I did just really like how much time they spent at the start focusing on just the wedding and the honeymoon and the relationship. It was kind of low stakes, but it was still enjoyable to watch, and it's a good way to just build the connection for us as an audience, just seeing their relationship together, seeing how much they love each other. It just worked really well, especially if this next film is going to build on those kind of emotional stakes and be something a bit more climactic. It means we have even deeper of an emotional connection to the characters. So that part worked really well, and I definitely feel like the structure of this, it worked well in this movie. It didn't feel like we were getting cut off. We didn't feel like we were getting half a story. It felt like a quite well-rounded story, much better than some other part 1 movies. Just seen that there's an end credit scene, so I'm gonna watch that now. Thank God I didn't miss out on it.
Oh, it's from Carlisle. He's added a new member to his coven. Ah, increasing his power.
Oh, they're seeing it as a power move. But it should be 2 new people. It's Bella and Renesmee.
At least our dispute with the Cullens is over.
Over? Our dispute goes far beyond the fate of a mere human.
Yeah, so they're definitely setting them up.
They have something I want.
What does he want? Renesmee, Bella, there's something, because he definitely was intrigued by her, right? He definitely seemed to want like her power potentially, because she can't be read, so there might be something there. You know, it's the one thing that he can't have potentially, because he can't read her mind. It's like the one thing he can't reach, so that's what he wants more than anything in the world potentially. I love his voice as well, the one that sits to the right of Arrow. I haven't got his name yet though, but he sounds very ghoulish. He's like putting on this old school like vampire voice. I wouldn't be surprised if he's maybe like super old. Like I could imagine him coming from like the Count Dracula days or something like that. I do wonder as well, is Count Dracula like a thing in this universe, or is it like a myth? Is Count Dracula like one of these old vampires? Is he part of the Volturi? That would be interesting to know as well about some of the mythology there. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like or a comment or subscribe so you can come back next week where we're finishing off the Twilight saga. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.